Canon just dropped a camera I never expected. And after using it, I'm honestly shocked. The Canon EOS R50V might be the most unexpected twist in Canon's lineup, and it's not what you think. This isn't just another entry-level camera. This could be the best surprise Canon has given us in years. I've been testing cameras for over a decade, and when something catches me completely off guard like this, I have to share it with you immediately. You're watching Alt Buzz, where we break down the gear that's changing the game. And today, the R50V is on the hot seat. If you love getting the truth about cameras before the hype fades, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Trust me, after what I discovered about this camera, you're going to want to stick around for every single detail. Here's the crazy part. The Canon EOS R50V wasn't even on my 2025 watch list. Think about it. Canon's been methodical with their RF mount releases. We got the R5, then the R6. The original R50 made sense as an entry point. But then out of nowhere, March 2025, boom, the R50V drops with virtually no pre-announcement buzz. That V designation, it's not accidental. This feels like Canon looked at the creator economy exploding and said, we need something now. Not next year, not after market research, now. The timing suggests this was fast-tracked specifically to compete with Sony's ZV series dominance. But here's what's wild. Instead of just slapping better video specs on the original R50, they rebuilt core features. The 4K oversampling from 6K with no crop? That's serious engineering work. The upgraded dual-pixel CMOS AF2 system? That's pulling tech from cameras twice the price. This wasn't a safe, incremental upgrade. This was Canon making a statement. We're done letting Sony own the content creator space, and that's why when I got it in my hands, I wasn't ready for what came next. The first time I powered this thing on, I thought, wait, this is the R50V? Look, I've handled dozens of entry-level cameras. They usually feel entry-level, plasticky grip, menu systems that feel simplified to the point of frustration, build quality that screams starter camera. The R50V throws that playbook out the window. The grip has this textured finish that feels closer to what you'd find on an R6 Mark II. The button placement is intuitive without being dumbed down. When you hold it, it doesn't feel like a compromise. It feels like a tool that respects your intelligence. But the real shock came when I hit the record button for the first time. The screen flips out smoothly. No wobble, no cheap plastic feel. The touch interface is responsive in a way that makes you forget you're using a $699 camera. Then there's the viewfinder. It's an EVF that actually doesn't strain your eyes after extended use. For a camera at this price point, that's almost unheard of. Most manufacturers phone it in with the viewfinder at this tier, but Canon clearly didn't want that compromise here. Even the memory card door, and I know this sounds ridiculous, but it closes with a satisfying click that speaks to build quality attention most companies skip at this price. But looks are one thing. The real shock came when I started shooting. Canon slipped in features here that honestly make no sense in the best way possible. First, that 4K oversampling. When I read 4K 30p oversampled from 6K with no crop, I assumed it was marketing speak. Nope. The image quality in 4K genuinely looks like it belongs on a much more expensive camera. The detail retention, the color science, it's clean in a way that puts some $1,500 cameras to shame. The autofocus system completely blindsided me. This dual-pixel CMOS AF2 isn't just good for the price, it's legitimately excellent, period. Eye detection locks on instantly, even in challenging light. Animal detection that actually works. I tested it on my neighbor's constantly moving golden retriever, and it stuck to the eyes like glue. But here's the kicker. The full HD 120p slow motion is genuinely usable. Not that pixelated, over-sharpened mess you usually get at this price point. This is smooth, detailed slow-mo that you'd actually want to include in your final edit. The connectivity suite feels pulled from a different price category entirely. USB-C that actually supports fast transfer speeds, not just charging. Wi-Fi that connects reliably without the usual 5-minute setup dance. The microphone input delivers clean audio without the typical interference issues. And here's something I never expected. The digital eyes for video actually works well. It's not gimbal smooth, but for handheld walking shots, it's surprisingly stable. Canon clearly spent time tuning this instead of just checking a spec sheet box. And here's where I started thinking, is this camera actually punching way above its weight? Of course, the R50V isn't perfect, and these flaws might be deal breakers for some. Battery life is the obvious culprit. With 4K recording and that EVF running, you're looking at maybe 90 minutes of mixed shooting before you're scrambling for a charger. That's not unusual for this class, but it's still frustrating when you're in a creative flow. The rolling shutter in 4K, while not terrible, is noticeable if you're doing quick pans or following fast action. It's not Sony A7S III levels of bad, but it's there, and video focus creators will notice it. Low light performance hits a wall around ISO 6400. Yes, it goes higher, all the way to 51,200 expanded. But anything above 6400 starts looking pretty noisy. For indoor content or golden hour shooting, you're fine. For serious, low-light work, you'll need to manage expectations. The lack of in-body stabilization means you're relying entirely on lens stabilization and that digital IS. It works, but it's not the same as having IBIS for those subtle micro-movements. No weather sealing means this stays home when it's raining. And while the build quality is impressive for the price, it's still not the tank-like construction you'd get moving up Canon's lineup. But here's the plot twist. Even with those flaws, I couldn't stop using it. The R50V's spec sheet is one thing, but in real-world shooting, it's a completely different story. I spent a week using this as my primary camera, and something clicked that I didn't expect. It's not trying to be everything to everyone. It's trying to be really good at specific things that matter to modern creators. Vlogging with this thing feels effortless. The flip-out screen has the perfect angle for selfie-style shooting. The autofocus keeps you in focus even when you're gesturing wildly. And the size means your arm doesn't get tired holding it at arm's length. For street photography, it's fast enough that you don't miss moments, but quiet enough that you're not drawing attention. The image quality in good light genuinely rivals cameras costing twice as much. But the real magic happened during content creation sessions. Setting up for talking head videos took maybe 2 minutes. The USB-C connectivity meant I could run it for hours without battery anxiety. The microphone input delivered clean audio that didn't need heavy post-processing. There's something about the ergonomics and interface that just gets out of your way. After day 3, I stopped thinking about camera settings and started focusing entirely on the content I was creating. That's when you know a camera is working. The color science straight out of camera is pleasing enough that you could honestly skip color grading for social media content and still look professional. That's huge for creators who want to move fast. And that feeling is exactly why the last section is going to matter most. This is the heart of the story. The reason I think the R50V might matter more than people realize. Canon has traditionally played it incredibly safe at the entry level. Give people decent image quality, simple controls, keep costs down. The R50V breaks that formula completely. Instead of making the cheapest camera possible, they made the most compelling camera possible at this price point. That's a fundamentally different philosophy, and it shows in every decision. This camera isn't trying to get you to buy lenses and upgrade later. It's trying to be so good that you stick with Canon because you trust them to keep innovating. That's smart long-term thinking. The feature set directly targets the fastest growing segment of the camera market. Content creators who need professional results without professional complexity. Canon looked at Sony's ZV-E10 success and said, we can do that better. And honestly, they might be right. The image quality advantages are real. The autofocus is more reliable. The build quality feels more premium. At $699, it's positioned perfectly to steal market share. But the bigger picture is what this signals about Canon's strategy. They're not content being the traditional photography company anymore. They want the creators, the streamers, the social media professionals who are defining the next generation of visual content. This camera proves they're willing to sacrifice some traditional features to excel at modern use cases. No mechanical shutter, but incredible video features. Limited weather sealing, but amazing connectivity. It's a camera designed for how people actually create content in 2025. Which brings me to the big question. Is this your next camera? The Canon EOS R50V shocked me, not because it's perfect, but because it's bold. Canon could have played it safe with another incremental upgrade, but instead they created something that challenges assumptions about what an entry-level camera should be. At $699, it's not cheap, but it's delivering value that makes more expensive cameras nervous. Would you buy this over a Sony ZV-E10 or a Fujifilm X-S20? Drop your thoughts below. I read every comment, and I'm genuinely curious how this lands with different types of creators. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe so you're in the loop for the next gear bombshell. You can also drop a super thanks or join the channel membership to get exclusive behind-the-scenes testing notes and early access to reviews like this one. The camera industry is changing fast, and cameras like the R50V are leading that change. This is just the beginning of what I think will be a very interesting year for new releases. Until next time, keep creating.